say it, but I think it has nothing to do with the opponent. I think they coming up that lot. They just trying to. I don't think Jalen's at a losing streak. I think they're trying to protect all that type of stuff.
Okay, so you think Jalen just outplayed Dak at Jerry World?
Yeah.
That's the only way.
Like, what score did you get? Did you score here? But I didn't get a score.
I got 2017.
Cool.
Yeah, hey, well, you know, the Cowboys have won 14 straight games at Jerry World, man. They won 14 straight. Unbelievable, man.
Were the Eagles any one of those?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Eagles.
Yeah, they beat the Eagles. They beat the Eagles when the Eagles. They beat the Eagles when they were 13-1.
No.
Wow. 40. And they scored 40 on the Eagles when the Eagles had the #1 seed in the NFC. Can you believe that? Wow.
And Gardner Minshew does not play defense.
Wow.
Gardner Minshew.
They beat Gardner Minshew. Unbelievable.
He plays safety, he doesn't play linebacker, he doesn't play there.
Sam drives home 14 about 47, 57-1 with the opponents that they played. And the only one that was over 500, because I'm not counting the Gardner Minshew game, was Seattle at 6-5 in the offense of the last 4 weeks.
What happened is when they beat him, they made them just at 500 and not even over 500.
Exactly.
That's not a team that was
Exactly.
I'm talking about a 13-1 team in that stretch. You know, in the stretch of 14, you're talking about a 13-1 team.
Okay, fine. You want Michael? I'll give it to you. You beat the Eagles a year ago in a meaningless game to the Eagles. You beat them. There you go. You got it.
I didn't want to. You didn't want to say in the meanest. You know, I'm just saying. You got it. At that record, that's a pretty good record. You got it. Unless you want to call that nobody.
No, you can have it. I'm going to give you that. The problem is, you got a 10-2 team coming in, as Wayne says, feeling a certain way about what just happened a week ago, when they should have been at 14-0 at the end of one, instead of 6-0, which allowed now, all of a sudden, the San Francisco 49ers and Kyle Shanahan and Brock Purdy to say, we're up by 1, because now when we score, it's going to be 7-6, opposed to 14-0. They're going to call a different game, Wayne.
The final score is 42-9.
That's okay. The final score was 42-10 when the Niners played y'all, too.
That was ages ago.
Okay.
Yeah, we're a different team now.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Are you battle tested?
Seattle. We had to fight with them. And we rose up on 3 straight 4th downs and said, nope, not in our house. That's what happened. Thank you. Thanks for bringing that
I
up.
can't, Skip. I just can't.
Skip, that was a pop quiz. Not battle test.
That didn't sound like somebody across from me.
Got everybody.
Hey, Wayne. Not only a pop quiz, an open book pop quiz. An open book. It was an open book. You have yet to pass a test. Your own linebacker in Michael Parsons, 11 from heaven, has alluded to the fact that you have to do something now to get the attention to what was that?
He said, yeah, we need to come in and dominate a team. He's right.
Oh,
he's right.
So when you beat the New England Patriots, that wasn't dominating the team?
38-3.
Was that a dominating team?
At New York.
So maybe your future Hall of Fame defensive end, outside linebacker, pass rush specialist doesn't see the New England Patriots as a dominating team in the same fashion as you do, Skipper.
Well, I didn't say they were dominating. We just dominated them.
Well, your guy said you haven't beat the team that dominated the team.
Okay, dominating.
Yeah.
Right.
So wait, I got to ask you one other question. We have the #1 offense in the entire league. The Eagles are now ranked 24th in points allowed. Don't you think the math doesn't work there for the Eagles? Don't you think they're in some trouble?
For the Matt Jones, they don't look good coming off that loss. They didn't look good in all the rest of the games, but you know, they got a dub. So at the end of the day, they still know they are battle tested. They are battle tested. They play some people.
Yes.
So.
What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I appreciate each and every one of you guys, as well as you ladies, here working on the Red Brick House like we always are, and listening to Skip and Shannon and crew. I'm sorry, Skip, Michael Irvin, and crew here on Undisputed. And I keep hearing battle-tested and ain't beat nobody over the 14-point stretch, 14-game stretch. Although they say beating the Eagles was a meaningless game. Have you noticed how that always seems like it changes no matter what happens? What? No, you beat the Eagles. Oh, it was a meaningless game. Why was it a meaningless game? I'm trying to understand that. So the Cowboys beating the Eagles that ended up going to the NFC Championship game. Now that game doesn't matter? That didn't matter. That one didn't matter. Okay. Beating the Seattle Seahawks that are playing for their playoff lives. That one didn't matter. Beating all these people, because everybody's got 14-game win streaks, right? Okay. Hold on. Let me cut this piece right here, and then we'll get back to it. Let me put you on pause. Okay, so here's the thing that's kind of interesting. Am I cutting up here? I'm cutting a little pieces, not major stuff, Trey. Just using the detail cutter. So I'm taking stuff outside and doing that. It's better. Okay. So if you notice what they're doing, what Keyshawn just did. So now it's, yeah, well, you beat the Eagles, but it was a meaningless game, even though they were 13-3. You see that, right? You hear him literally say, it did not matter that the Cowboys won that game because it was a meaningless game. So, yeah, I got nothing on it. And this is where it's almost, I'd say it's funny if it wasn't so sad. But every game or everything that the Dallas Cowboys do, there's always a reason why it's meaningless. Dak Prescott can have almost 5,000 yards passing, and it was in garbage time. It was in blowouts, so it doesn't matter. You can go through and win 14 games at home, and now, well, the people you played, they weren't good teams. I bet you if we look back at the New England's 18-0 season, I bet you a lot of those teams they beat were dogs, especially in their division, because their division always sucked. Miami, the Jets, Bills, they were always ass. And so here it is. Cowboys, Diggs, leads the NFL in interceptions. All of a sudden, interceptions don't mean anything. Carson Wentz, throwing lots of picks. Colin Cowherd, I don't mind a quarterback throwing some, because he's first the ball down the field. Dak Prescott does it. Oh my God, he's a turnover machine. This is the bullshit you get. But let me listen to some more while I measure this.
I don't think that what they look like. They're not one of those teams that obviously, when you look at their record, they're not one of the teams that that looks like the Eagles. So if you're going, they come in there, you think you're going to do something, and they come out with a dub every time. It's just a couple times they haven't. I don't think this would be a third.
I'm gonna be real petty in this situation. I'm gonna let y'all have a rest of the floor. Y'all played two teams that was dominant teams, that's favored to do something in the postseason, and you lost to both. The Eagles, on the other hand, they played multiple teams that's supposed to do something in the postseason, and they beat them all, except the Niners. And I'm going to leave it at that.
But they still lost to a team that's
I'm going to leave it at
to make
that.
the playoffs. It's not
I'm
going to
going to leave it at that.
So
Wait. Y'all lost against the Cardinals.
What's up?
We lost it.
Yes. But to sit and say, okay, that they lost to the Jets. They lost to the Jets without Aaron Rodgers, with Zach.
And you let the Commanders score 31 on you twice.
We didn't eliminate for football. So what are we talking about? But Zach, I apologize. I brought you in this. You just trying to get through your rough time. I apologize. But they win a little league and they beat. So let's come on, guys. Let's be real.
They beat y'all down. They beat y'all down. Arizona ran the ball down your throat for 220 plus yards, Michael Irvin, the playmaker, 3-time Super Bowl yellow jacket guy. You not dumb, boy, you know that. And then the Philadelphia Eagles, the New York Jets barely beat them. It took a Jalen Hurts miscue for them to win that game. Stop it.
All right, Wayne's going to stay with us for one last segment, and we're going to talk about his LSU because we will win the Heisman Trophy.
It's bullshit. It's bullshit, is what it is. Again, Cowboys, well, let's face it, that's what everybody want to talk about. And if you are a Cowboy hater, or if you're somebody who's new to the talk shows, they want to hear from you. They want to get you talking trash about the Dallas Cowboys. Whether it's right or not, that's the name of the game. I got to go cut my cross pieces up in here so I can put this whole thing together and get these things covered. This is going to look good up here. This will be the new studio. I'm Mark Holmes, and as always, I appreciate you guys.